Dylan, maybe just talk a little bit about what you have been able to accomplish in the month of March as a team, in terms of coming from behind to get second place, and how important that is to you guys whenever that series starts.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's not everything, but it's nice to have home ice to at least start the first round. Play in front of our great fans and have the whiteout here to start the playoffs is going to be fantastic. I was lucky enough to experience it for my first time last year, and once you get a taste of it, you want to get it back right away. So I think for the new guys and all the guys obviously that have been here, it's a really exciting time. Obviously a lot of work put into this year, and ups and downs obviously throughout. So to get to where we are now, it's a great accomplishment. We know it's just the first step of the ladder for us. We want we want to go as far as we can and have a nice long run. And I think obviously we have one more game against Vancouver, but we're all really excited and chomping at the bit to get going. And obviously it was a great month of March for us and into April, and we lost our way a little bit, but able to get it back. Talks about our resiliency as a group and our leadership and everybody buying in. So there's going to be ebbs and flows throughout the season. We lost it for a little bit. We're happy to get it back, and like to think we got it back at the most crucial time.
Speaking of that last game against Vancouver, usually when you mention meaningless around a player, there's a curled lip and a snarl. But for a guy like yourself, who has never been able to play 82 games in a season, how important is that for you? Did you have will you have to do any campaigning with Rick to make sure you're in that lineup tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoke with him yet exactly. If we get to that conversation, I'd definitely like to play. Like you said, I haven't played 82. It's sometimes there's some things out of your control. Early on in my career, I was healthy scratched a lot. Then you have some tough injuries along the way. I broke my wrist. I was out 2 months. Break a finger, out 6 weeks. Things like that kind of out of your control. Some bad bounces. So to play 82 and it's something I take a lot of pride in. I think as players, maybe more so in any professional sports, playing a full season means a lot for us. We know the grind. We know what it takes to take care of your body and to be a true professional. So to play 82 would be a great accomplishment, I think, for myself, something that I take a lot of pride in, taking care of myself and, trying to be the best pro I can be.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Connor Hellebuck talked the other day about the Jennings Trophy being a team award. Florida's done, so you guys give up 3 or less tomorrow and you win the Jennings. So does that mean something as a team to be the stingiest team in the league?
For sure, I think it means something. It means that we have a total buy-in from everybody and speaks to our team play. It's a nice thing to have, I'm sure, that we can kind of hang our hat on, but it's more so just getting our game in the right spot, and that's been our biggest our biggest thought process, just make sure that our game's in the right spot, and usually the results will take care of itself. So if we can get it done tomorrow, I think that'd be a great accomplishment for our group, going into the playoffs.
I know you're not the coach, as you said, but what's the mindset of rest versus rust? And you see last night, Josh takes that spill into the boards, Gabe takes a high stick, Morgan obviously went down early. Like, you obviously want to be careful, right? And you'd hate to lose anybody in a final game of the year before the playoffs.
It's a fine line for sure. We obviously don't know when we're going to play, but if we play Sunday or Monday, that's almost a week off in between games at this time of year. Everybody's different too. Everybody kind of, maybe there's different situation where guys are a little banged up and they need that extra time. I'm a guy that likes to play and like to get reps. Even in exhibition, I'd love to play 4 or 5 games sometimes, but obviously you want to, toe that line where you don't want to get yourself hurt and things like that. So you don't want to go into the game though being hesitant. That's the one thing. If you're going to play, you got to go play. And, obviously be cognizant of the situation, what's around, but you have to be on your toes, because once you're going to be hesitant, that's when you get hurt. So if you're in the lineup, you got to take it as just another game and be ready to go.
There's even talk of the Jennings. So what does that say about how far this team's come from when you first got here?
Yeah, definitely a big transition for sure. A team when I first got here was a little more run and gun, okay with trading chances as long as we got ours. I think you realize pretty fast you're not going to win that way. So it definitely took a mindset change. Obviously different personnel too that kind of helped buy into that process, and obviously the coaching change with Rick coming in and the staff that we have here that emphasizing that. And I think, obviously with their message and us buying into it, we've been able to have success the last few years and obviously make the playoffs, which is a great accomplishment on itself. But I think we realize now more than ever what it takes to hopefully go far, feel real confident with our game and have a real comfort factor with it.
In a game like tomorrow, is it hard for some guys to play? Let's say they're not going for game 82, or is it hard to get up for a game like that?
It shouldn't be. I mean, you're a professional. You got to take a lot of pride in what you do, no matter if it's what game it is. And there's always people watching. So even if you're a guy that's maybe been out of the lineup, look, like this is maybe a game for you to kind of, get your bearings. We might need you here. So, playoffs, injuries, things happen. It's going to be a next guy up mentality if that's the case. So this is a game for you to get your game right and be ready to go.
I was going to ask you about those guys that haven't been in the lineup maybe consistently. Rick said yesterday they've been total pros about it, great teammates. You've got veteran guys like Colin and Nate, and then younger guys like, Rasmus and Cole and David, who've all stepped in and had meaningful contribution. What have you seen as a teammate of those guys, just their mindset here when maybe there isn't the opportunity right now that they'd like?
Yeah, it's they've been great professionals, no doubt about it. They've been working their butts off. They've been great teammates, bringing a lot of energy, even a tough time. Obviously, they want to play. Everybody wants to play. They want to be in the lineup. They want to be in the fight every night. So to have them out is obviously tough because we know that they're big parts of our team. But at the same time, there's definitely a lot of I guess trust and faith that if we do need them and they come in, that they're going to get the job done because we've been seeing them working so hard and doing extra reps and putting that time in. So, I mean, it's we got a good group of guys. I think everybody's kind of cheering for each other. Individual success is, great, and obviously as a team, everybody cares about each other. So, hopefully those guys can get in and feel good about their games going in the playoffs, even if they don't start game one.
It's not the Jennings, and it's not equaling 52 wins, for the franchise mark. But, you being from this country, is there any merit at all to going into the playoffs as, the team based in Canada with the best record?
Oh no, it's a clean slate come playoff time. We hope they're the only team in the Stanley Cup final. We hope we're the only Canadian team winning. We don't really care too much if the other Canadian teams win. So it's a whole new animal in the playoffs. I've been on teams where we've limped into the playoffs and we've won a round or two, and been on teams where you're coming in guns a-blazing and you come out flat. So it's a whole new season come playoff time, and I think we're ready for the challenge.